There was a person who used to pursue someone like a maniac. They would call and message constantly, day and night. Now, however, they've stopped showing the same level of attention and have become distant. Dealing with this situation can be quite painful, especially when someone initially showers you with love and then withdraws it. There could be various reasons for this change in behavior, whether it's due to your actions or their personality flaws. It's painful in either case. Many people wonder if a person's heart can be filled by someone else. The truth is, it's not about someone else filling their heart. It's about understanding a bit of psychology and using certain techniques to maintain their interest. To make that person go crazy for you again, you need to know two key things. Balance emotional states. If your emotional state is too high while the other person's is low, it can create a situation where you're chasing them and they're pulling away. To remedy this, you must maintain a balanced emotional state. Avoid acting compulsively out of desire, and keep in mind that the imbalance in emotional states is causing the issue. Avoid compulsive behavior. Don't act on your compulsive desires, like constantly wanting them to call you or chase you. The goal is to regain the intense interest and attention the person had for you in the beginning when they were pursuing you relentlessly. If you follow this, the law of attraction suggests the following. The more you exhibit compulsion or neediness, the more likely it is to push the other person away. To better understand this, let's delve into the realm of psychology. Psychology teaches us that the more you desire someone to reach out to you, call you, or pursue you, the more they tend to distance themselves. So the first step is to refrain from engaging in compulsive behavior. Exercise self-control, no matter how strong your desires may be. Acting impulsively or emotionally won't yield the desired results. This is your initial course of action. The second crucial aspect is to revisit the beginning of your relationship. Examine the psychological, emotional, and spiritual state in which it originated. The answers can be found in the roots of your connection. When you crave a relationship and become obsessive or compulsive about it, you are essentially pushing it away. When this relationship was not a part of your life, you were self-centered. You focused on your own life, enjoyed time with your children, appreciated colors, songs, music, and various other interests. Your life was filled with happiness and vibrancy, and your attention was primarily on yourself. You concentrated on personal growth, your appearance, attire, and your surroundings. Your focus was distributed among various aspects of your life, but fundamentally it was centered on yourself. What does the law of attraction tell us here? The law of attraction suggests that when you focus on yourself and remain indifferent to others, you become more attractive to people. As soon as you redirect your focus onto that specific person, things often change. Now let's move on to the second part. When your story began, when your love story started, when your relationship story began, what were you at that time? You were fearless. In your life, you were immersed in yourself and content. However, as soon as this person entered your life and loved you, slowly but steadily, you started focusing on them and lost yourself. In other words, you shifted your focus completely to that person. Now, what is the consequence of this? When all your attention is directed towards them, your emotional and psychological state becomes unbalanced. It's crucial to understand that this shift in focus is significant. Focusing on that person shouldn't lead to any loss. The fear that they might leave or that you might become dependent on them is unwarranted. People don't just walk away. You are psychologically bound, and it doesn't require any checks and balances. Love is that connection. It's a psychological bond, or you can call it a form of dark psychology. If love doesn't work for you, dark psychology is that invisible bond. It may not be visible, but the other person won't be able to leave. They will stand at your door and plead. Therefore, it's essential to maintain focus on yourself. Now what happens is when a person stops paying attention to you and ceases the love bombing, you start developing dark circles around your eyes. Your hair begins to fall out and your physical condition deteriorates due to the complete focus you have placed on that person. Your psychological, emotional, and spiritual condition also worsens. And this is a very challenging phase. During this phase, you may not have even realized that slowly you had ingested this poison. Your attention was focused on the other person. Now, upon your return, what you need to do is regain that 100% focus. Don't abandon that person. It's not necessary to block yourself off. If you've blocked someone, you've essentially blocked yourself. And that person hasn't lost anything. You're the one who's been affected. If you find peace by blocking someone, then go ahead and do it. I have no objection. If you've removed someone from your life, deleted their number, you should be the happiest person in the world. What is this pattern you're following? What relationship advice are you adhering to? What are these suggestions that you accept and they bring you pain? Only listen to advice when it brings you inner peace and happiness. The temporary relief you experience is merely an ego boost. Essentially, this is an issue related to ego. Now, the second important point I was discussing is focusing on yourself. Direct your energy and attention inward. Take care of your appearance and hygiene because the image you've created after not receiving attention, no one will want to see it. You should take care of yourself. There have been cases where someone invited you somewhere and then took advantage of you. The point is that you should focus on your emotional state. You have to pay attention to your emotional well-being. You need to nurture your spiritual well-being as well. Furthermore, the focus you have placed elsewhere, you have become entangled in it. Now, you need to reclaim that focus. You don't have to abandon it or sever the relationship. You just need to take control of the situation. You should hold it in a way that the person who isn't calling you or used to call you will be the one to feel the absence. Take good care of yourself.